Good evening, Leos. Welcome to my channel, Spirit Nine Incorporated. It is a pleasure to have you back with me this evening. Thank you to all of you that are returning, and for those of you, pardon me, that are new, welcome to my channel. I'm recording this first half of November forecast on the evening of the 14th. I apologize for it coming out late. I will be doing an update for the last half of November, commencing on the full moon of the 19th of November. That full moon will be a partial lunar eclipse in Taurus at 27 degrees, but I will update the forecast at that time. With respect to this forecast, this is having to do with what you'd be navigating through for the first half of November, Leos, with that new moon in Scorpio that fell on November the 4th, and it fell 12 degrees in your 4th house, Leos. Along with Uranus, in your 10th house. So now the 4th house has to do with your foundation, and the 10th house has to do with your career. So mixed with Mars, the planet of aggression and action and forward movement, is also in your 4th house at this time still. And what I think has been happening for a lot of you Leos, from the energies I'm picking up with these planetary energies, is that you Leos have been in the throes of changing your foundational environments. That also has been affecting your career, and or vice versa. And that's not uncommon. I mean, when one avenue of our life changes, whether we initiate that change or it is initiated for us, it does affect the other arenas of our life. Now, what I'm suspecting is that with Saturn, playing in your 10th house at this time, Saturn has to do with the father of time. It is a very restrictive planet, and yet it's also a planet that rewards hard work, hard, honest work. So that planet has fallen in your 7th house, and it squared that new moon on the 4th of November, which, opposed Uranus in your 10th house. So what I'm gathering from these energies is that there has been, for perhaps a lot of you Leos, indeed a sudden and abrupt change within your home and or within your career arena. Restructuring is going to be the key word right now, if it hasn't been already, for you Leos. With respect to if there's been a sudden career change, whether you initiated that career change or whether that was initiated for you. And it wouldn't be surprising that perhaps there were some sudden changes, because Uranus, is the planet of the universe. It is a very electrical, electrifying, surprising energy, and it comes totally unexpected. So there could be some of you Leos that were, taken aback, where there was a sudden change, that was made for you, perhaps by someone or something for some reason. And though it may have felt uncomfortable for those of you that are resonating with these energies at this time for the first half of November or recently, they're ultimately for your highest and best good. So I do hope you remember that, as difficult as that may be. When sudden changes happen, they're not easy unless they're very, very exciting and we're kind of aware that they're happening and we want them to happen. But typically when Uranus is involved, it takes something out of our life that isn't supposed to be there anymore, whether that's personally or professionally or both. And that can be discomforting. So I do hope that for you Leos that have been experiencing this, if you are resonating with this, that you are taking the good from this change, whatever this means for you, and for each of you it will be different. And that you're allowing a realignment that hasn't been easy to happen. But it's been very necessary for your growth and the alignment where you're really being supported and is being focused on at this time. is the energy that is upon you within your foundation, which has to do with the home, and within your 10th house, which has to do with your career and your reputation. So whatever has unfolded, allow it to unfold, let it go, and move forward, because you've also got the sun in your fourth house, which is your foundation. So it will help you make the changes in the home or the career arena that you're looking to rebuild in a healthier way as you move forward. And that is certainly being asked of you at this time, Leo. So you know, you're being asked to reinvent yourself. In a word. So those are the planetary astrological energies, pardon me, that have been playing out for you, Leos. And so I'm going to commence the balance of this first half of November forecast with the Animal Spirit Oracle deck to take a look at the recent past energies as well as the current and forthcoming that you Leos have been navigating through. And also I will clarify in some detail with the Rider-Waite Tarot. And then I'll pull one card from the Enchanted Map Oracle for the final outcome message for the first half of November at the end of this forecast. So let's take a look, Leo, and see what you've been navigating through with these energies, astrologically speaking. Lots of change. Definitely a lot of change. And this full moon that we're coming into this coming new week on the 19th of November, it is a partial lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus. And it will be falling 27 degrees. So I will look at that time when I do the forecast spreads for the zodiacs at that time as to where that will be falling for you. But I suspect that whatever transitions you're currently going through, Leo, that they will be, you know, completed and or be happening at that, you know, partial lunar full moon eclipse in Taurus. And for those of you that have already been experiencing these transitions, they will be, you know, eclipsed out once that full moon hits, give or take, you know, a week. So that's also something to bear in mind. All right, so let's take a look at the recent energies, current energies, and forthcoming energies for you, Leo. First card out. Again, this is for the first half of November. We have the Deer Spirit that popped out, which is a beautiful, beautiful card. It is the numerical number of 18, which reduces to a 9, and 9s are indicative of change, practically speaking. You know, a long-standing change that has been needed or forthcoming, and spiritually, it's a very evolved form of consciousness as well. Now, the Deer Spirit is indicating to be gentle, you know, with yourself, and it did come up in the reverse for you. So what this is suggesting to me, now that again, remember this is your most recent energies of the past, which would be indicative of the last 6 weeks, the last 6 months, or the last, you know, couple of years. But I suspect it's been within the last, you know, 6 months to 12 months. And so, and for some of you, very recently, the last 6 weeks perhaps, it is indicating that, you know, you have felt a little thrown. Some of you Leos have felt a little thrown by some changes that have been happening, as I mentioned, in the areas of career, you know, and or within your foundational arena, which is the home, even your inner foundation. You know, your vehicle is your home. You know, it carries your spirit. So there have been some upheavals, and it's been really necessary to be gentle with yourself during this time. That's what's been happening in your most recent past energies. In your current energies, we have the Armadillo Spirit. Beautiful. And here you are. It is in the upright. It has the spiritual number of number 3. Beautiful, beautiful support from the divine, Leo. It is suggesting to set healthy boundaries for yourself. Because whatever changes you've been going through these last, 6 weeks, I'm feeling very strongly for a lot of you. It's been necessary to really set healthy boundaries for yourself so that you can take time to heal and rejuvenate. And it is a very positive energy. It is in the upright, and it is a very positive reminder as well. So stay healthy within yourself, for boundaries within yourself, as well as in your external realm. Make sure you're setting up healthy boundaries. You need quiet time, take it. You need time to, reclaim that which you desire in a new beginning for yourself. Take it. Very, very important. Your forthcoming energies, Leo. We have the Bat Spirit. And that's what it looks like in the upright. Kind of a difficult card to see. I hope you can see this. Maybe if I hold it down like that, it's easier. But 5 is the numerical number of change, where, the Bat Spirit is a card indicative of, knowing that a rebirth is assured. It did come up in the reverse for you, Leos, and that's just suggesting that a lot of you, that have been going through a sudden disruption within your life, within the home or within a career or within both arenas, you're not feeling very, very reassured right now as to how you're going to navigate through this, even in your forthcoming energies. But you will, Leo. It just takes, time to take in what's happened and then find a healthy way to release it so that you have the clarity to move forward. So bear that in mind as you are, again, navigating through whatever energies have been difficult, with a career change that could have happened very suddenly, perhaps even unbeknownst to some of you. And or within a foundational arena, within the home, within yourself. So be gentle. Be gentle with yourself and set boundaries. Just be gentle, because that's really being asked of you. I'm feeling very strongly intuitively right now. The universe is asking you to let go so that you can become free of that which is no longer supposed to be a part of your life. Let it go, release it gently. Set healthy boundaries for yourself so that you can heal and navigate forward, so that you can find the clarity to be reassured of what your next step is going to be to create a new beginning for yourself. And this is a partial lunar eclipse, and lunar is, means emotions. So, this could have hit some of you quite harshly. And that's what Uranus does, man. Uranus, we've all been through it, and some of us are still going through it. It changes our life, but it's important to allow the changes. So don't feel dismayed. Trust in your higher self. Elevate your consciousness through prayer and meditation that will help you regain your strength, set healthy boundaries for yourself, and then you'll be able to navigate forward. I'm going to clarify these energies with the Rider-Waite Tarot. And let's see what's happening here for you, Leos. What have you been navigating through? Again, thank you to all of you that are joining me this evening. I do hope that this forecast resonates for a lot of you, if not for most of you. And again, I'm feeling very strongly to share with you to not be dismayed, as difficult as that might be to accept. Acceptance is key here so that you can move forward in a healthy way for your new beginning that you want to create in your life. And that's not, it takes time. It's not just, easy to say and easy to do. It's easy to say but difficult to do. But it is necessary because we can't stay stagnant. We have to grow and move forward, because that's when new blessings come in. It's clearing the canvas. These changes for you, Leo, are clearing your canvas so that you can paint a whole new life for yourself. That's the beauty of having a blank canvas, is that you can paint a brand new life for yourself. And that's what you have to hang on to, and that's what you need to move forward into. So stay as positive as you possibly can, Leo. All right, now to clarify and get some details. Clarifying the deer spirit from your recent past energies, Leo. First card out, we have the Queen of Wands. Now, this is a queen that is action-oriented. The wands are indicative of fire, of the fire element, and fire is action, and it's being difficult. There's been some activity, as I mentioned, with the planetary energies, either within the home or within the foundation of a career, that has changed for you. Either you took action by making these changes and it's been a difficult transition, or there was an action taken, that forced you to make changes, whatever, that means for you. You will all, resonate with this differently, because you're born at different times and different dates and different places. But the symbolic message is the same. So there's definitely been, changes within the arenas that I mentioned earlier. Clarifying the Queen of Wands, we have the Hangman. Yeah, a lot of you are feeling a little kerfuffled, a little taken aback. You're just, you're in a holding pattern right now. And right now meaning as in the recent past, perhaps for some of you in the last 6 weeks or the last 6 months or even the last year. But this full moon eclipse, lunar eclipse that's coming up, partial lunar eclipse that's coming up in Taurus at 27 degrees, that will help close out some of these energies as well. And even though they may be abrupt for some of you, they are necessary, because the universe wants better for you and is reminding you to want better for yourself. That's very, very strongly what I'm feeling from these energies. That's the message that I'm getting intuitively. Now, to clarify your current energies, where you are creating healthy boundaries because of these, recent past energies for the first half of November that I'm picking up on. Now remember, energy is fluid, so for some of you this may have happened in October, for some of you this is still to come, but I feel for a lot of you this has already happened. You're now creating healthy boundaries because you don't want to repeat the past, and that's what you're hanging on to in as far as navigating forward. We have the Lovers in reverse, and the Lovers in the traditional tarot was considered, the card of choice or the energy of choice. As you're setting healthy boundaries, you're being very careful, even within the self, within your most inner self, of creating boundaries, to choose wisely. And this is what this card in the reverse indicates, is that you are being reminded to choose wisely how you move forward in the arenas that you need to rebuild in your life. Again, whether that's within the foundation of your home, your inner home within your inner being, or with a career endeavor, you will choose wiser this next time. That's very strongly what I'm getting here. But you are being supported by the Spirit, as is indicated by the number 3. You are being spiritually supported, for those of you that connect with your divine guidance. So please don't forget that. And for those of you that don't connect with the the higher consciousness, you will be, because you will have some sort of an inner calling to do so, and that will help you to navigate through these changes that are in the forefront for you, and or in the aforementioned. Now, to clarify the Lovers, we have the Knight of Wands. Beautiful. This is you, Leo, moving forward. You know you're moving forward peacefully. You have your shield up. You're not going into battle mode, but you are moving forward, and you have the spirit right on your crown chakra, giving you messages, you know, downloads, if you will, where you are discovering your way forward through the mental realm, as indicated by this symbolic spiritual, appears to be an eagle. And eagles are very spiritual. And you're moving forward confidently. You're not going into battle mode, but you are moving forward, and that's beautiful. Being very wise, you're moving forward as peacefully as possible as you maintain boundaries, creating healthy boundaries for yourself and for those around you. You're walking away and moving forward. This is beautiful, and you're walking straight into your current energies forthcoming, where, you know, your rebirth is assured. And even though for some of you you're not sure what that is, you will know when the time is right. You will know. To clarify that, Bat Spirit, in the reverse, we have the Emperor, beautiful Leo. This is the energy I believe that a lot of you Leos are carrying. It's in the upright, it's positive. You are creating a new beginning for yourself. You're sitting strong in your decisions. You are thankful for the opportunities, and you are welcoming them. And in so doing, you know, you have a whole new platform in front of you. You're looking forward to the future, even though for some of you, you're still not sure what that is, but you are looking forward. And with this being in the upright and very strong at that, you have the support of an energy that is going to help you to do that, as well as the support of the spiritual realm. So this is beautiful. Very, very beautiful to see, Leo. And to clarify that, wow, look at you, Leo. You have the High Priestess in the upright, truly paying attention to those of you that are resonating with this, as I mentioned, and or taking my suggestion to continue to work with, you know, prayer, meditation, to help you discover the rebirth that is assured to you, even though some of you are still feeling a little lost in that reassurance. It is there because the Emperor is in the upright. The boundaries that you set for yourself is in the upright, being totally supported by the divine, which is that spiritual number of 3, and being very instinctual in receiving the messages from the universe that you need to create a whole new world for yourself, Leos, as is indicative of the High Priestess energy in the upright. She is a very spiritual, very well-attuned, universally guided queen, and knows that all her blessings, personally and professionally, come from the universe. And anything that comes from the universe is solid, Leo. It is solid, as is indicated by the Emperor. The Emperor rules empires. It's a very solid energy. So this is beautiful. What a beautiful ending to this first half of November forecast. Very, very strong, very supported by the universe, Galactic Council, whichever name you wish to label it, but the message is clear that you are being divinely guided. And this is wonderful. Whether it has to do with the change in the home, whether it has to do with the change in your foundation, within your inner realm of, you know, creating a brand new you, or whether this has to do with a career endeavor, you know, that perhaps may have suddenly changed for you in the recent past, unbeknownst to you, and left you just, you know, in upheaval and uncertainty, and you know, having to move forward peacefully regardless. You now know that it was divinely orchestrated to bring in the new beginnings that are meant for you to have in a whole new arena. Your whole life is changing, Leo. This is happening for a lot of the zodiacs at this time. and will continue to, because with these heavy planetary transits that are going on and will be continuing to go on into 2023, and I think even for some 2024, between, you know, Uranus in Taurus, you know, Saturn in Aquarius, these are some heavy hitting planets, and they are changing people's lives, whether we are expecting it or not. The change is happening, and a lot of the patriarchal systems are breaking down. You know, emperors that used to rule empires are no longer. And the ones that have worked hard to rule an empire, as is indicated here, will be doing so in the very near future, because the universe, you know, is collecting receipts. The universe is seeing those that have worked hard and that have been looked over and have been passed by will no longer be. And those that have been operating from, you know, power plays and ego trips and, you know, overlooking those that have worked hard and have not obtained, you know, the successes that were due them, those people and or energies are being removed. So this is beautiful to see. Very positive, very supported by the divine. I'd like to encourage all of you Leos that are resonating with this to continue to ask for strength and positivity as you navigate forward in your new beginnings with the direction of the Universal Council, because that will help you to do so. And it will be long lasting, because anything that comes from the universe is long lasting. It can't be taken. So bear that in mind, Leos, as you move forward with these sudden and abrupt changes for some of you, whether you initiated them or whether they were initiated for you. A final message for Leos for the first half of November 2021 for this forecast. What's the final message for Leos? This is really positive, Leos. I know for a lot of you it's not been comfortable, and it never is. You know, all of us go through it when it's our turn. It never is, but it's necessary to become wiser, to become stronger, to be reminded of who we are, which are human beings having spiritual experiences, and to be reminded to look to the universe for our good. Because people won't give that to us, but the universe does. Please don't forget that. All right. Overall final message for Leos for the first half of November 2021. And the card out, it's very hard to see, is the slow and steady wins the race. In the upright, Leos, beautiful. Kind of difficult to see, I apologize. Some of these oracles are very muted, so with the lighting it might be a little bit difficult to see, but maybe if I hold it down, maybe like that, it's easier to see. But again, the number 12 reducing to a 3. Spiritually guided, spiritually upheld, and spiritually ruled when asking for your ancestors, your angels, you know, your guides that are in the higher realm of another life form to continue to guide you. You have all this beautiful energy of the Spirit of God around you. This is just breathtaking. Oh, it brings tears to my eyes. This is just breathtaking. And you know, as you move slow and steady, you will win, Leos. You will win with the new life you're creating for yourself. Let all this crap from the past go for those of you that have been going through upheaval. Whether you initiated it or whether it wasn't done for you, let it go. And continue to move forward in this beautiful energy that you're creating for yourself, as you have been receiving the intuitive message from the universe to do so. And as you do so slowly and steadily, you move forward. It is abundantly blessed. It is divinely supported. You have all these beautiful spiritual orbs flying around you as well. And you are serenely moving forward, Leo. Don't let anyone take that from you. This is a beautiful, strong, overall final ending for this first half of November 2021. I do hope that you consider taking my suggestions. They will be of help. And ultimately, turn within, go to your higher consciousness, and thank the universe for the new blessings in your life and for the strength to let the past go. Let the past be the past. Spirit and I Incorporated signing off for now. Thank you to all of you Leos that like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It's an absolute pleasure to be with you here this evening. Look for me here within the next few days for the partial lunar total eclipse in Taurus. I suspect that will be packing quite a punch for a lot of us, but ultimately, again, for our healthiest growth. And I look forward to seeing you soon, Leos. God bless you extra special. Take care. Good night for now.